regard to.
Let's leave it at that. So talking about, press freedom in Nigeria, it is a mirage, okay? And of course, to those who are their victims, those that will be the would-be victims, we are all going to be victims eventually. That is why we said if you don't stop these rogues and these criminals, if you don't kill APC, APC will kill you one by one, including you, the voluntary slaves. Right? And I think that's what Shore will say too.
Young people who want to aspire to be somebody in life must fight for it. These guys are not going to hand over power to you on a platter of gold. It's not possible. That's why Obasanjo at the age of 80-something is still telling you who to vote for. You should be the one who is telling him where to spend the rest of his life. You are not. It's not supposed to be dictating to you. But because you have surrendered your personal sovereignty to them, and they love it like that. They like the confusion. They say they hold a meeting and say, don't mind all these young people. Go and bring the person we want, because they don't know what they are doing. And they say it. They say that you don't know what you are doing. Even Obasanjo said it recently, that until the youth of this country rebel against the system, they have no chance of making progress. And that's what I'm telling you.
No chance. That is what will take us to River State. APC, Egbekegbe have issued a directive to the River State House of Assembly that they should go ahead with the impeachment of Kubara. I'll come back I'll come back with more on that. There's also a bit of a follow-up that you should be aware of. That is on this main day's demolition in Maryland. The impression given, again, was that these people were building land on, or they violated the government master plan and all that bullshit, right? Well, who's going to confirm if your document is original? If there is already a foregone conclusion about you, and you presented a document given to you by government, and suddenly they're like, no, we didn't give that. So we'll just go ahead and demolish. Just a bit of a follow-up as extra info that you should know for those of you who have been showing interest in the matter. Watch this part and this engagement.
Did they use the word construction?
Let me open the document.
No, did they use the word construction or not?
That's what they want me to do.
Are they done the construction? No, they want to do the construction now.
Let me open the document.
What do you mean?
It says, having critically examined the whole file, it was found that the applicant had executed all perfection to his possession and titling of the property involved. He had applied to Ministry of Environment, Directorate of Drainage Services, and obtained drainage clearance certificate dated 28 December 2007. See page 20. Deed of assignment registered as number 12, page 12, 2218 and 2525-2280, dated 29th January 2007, were executed. See pages 12 to 11. Development permit number D. No, I'm just. Sir?
Lagos State government.
This is a Lagos State government. Sir, this is a Lagos State government.
This is a file.
This is a Lagos State
file document. I know what I'm talking about.
Even though
continue your conversation.
Okay, no problem.
Somebody can talk. This is a file document.
So he said it is. Did you get that? It's like, okay, right. But yeah, where did you get this? Where did you get this? It's Lagos State government documents. Look at it from the Ministry of Land. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But they still went ahead and demolished the entire place. See what it looks like after the whole thing. And guess what? More than 80% of the houses demolished there belongs to the Yorubas, if we have to use that demographic to describe. Yeah, they are mostly Yorubas' lands and homes and all that. But watch this, at least.
So we're here at Mendy Villa, where we're going to get information from the residents that have been affected and to actually understand what really happened here, because there are so many different narratives that are being pushed out. What we understand is that this space has been in existence for almost 20 years. All the documents, legal consent was gotten from the government, and they actually are not built on the canal. Their fence is not on the canal. Now, when you look at all the paperwork, deed of assignment, and the idea that notifications were given by the government without any evidence, because all the residents here are saying they never got notified. Individually, they were given the bills for the bills for land use charge and all of that, but they were never notified about any of these things. I've probably been living here for over 15 years, right? And this is where we talk about empathy, right? Physical planning was involved in ensuring that this place was built properly, right? And if people have lived here for 15 years, Governor Fashola has seen this building, there was no problem. Governor Ambode has seen this building, there was no problem. They've gone to court, they've gotten rulings on this. How come, for a government that claims continuity, why is it that for 15 years the government has approved of this, and then all of a sudden another government comes and wants to destroy these things and not even give people enough notice to be able to get their things, and there is no consequence to the government for this kind of aberration? There have been no conversations about compensation. These people all have their legal titles, their global COO that has a governor's consent. So on what basis will this kind of violence be done against citizens, right? People that are retired, people that are now going to start considering how they are going to be able to build themselves up again. Right? It's extremely heartbreaking to be here and see this level of destruction, and it goes back to what I say, that we need a government that has empathy and has love for the people.
This is why they hate him. Because many of his age, they are fighting to be local government PA to local government chairman, or PA SA to governor. That's why they hate him. To them, you see all those things he mentioned there. Most of these houses you see in Lagos, these were houses for pensioners. Some of them ex-workers, like civil servants, people who built some of those houses. Followed all the government's direct. I'll show you now. For those of you who sabi look at who can look at official map. Take a look at this. This is the Mende Estate Villa. You see that red spots? That is where was cut out for them, and it was stamped by the government, and that's exactly where they built all their stuff until these guys came and said it doesn't really matter anymore, and they demolished everything. These were homes so many of our own supposed aunties, uncles built to retire in, and they are now in their 60s, homeless, all because, and that is not even like anywhere bothering anyone who is Abobaku. They are more interested in that guy possibly going there. To them, he's taking advantage of it. What's your business there? Are you trying to make people hate the government? See people that they destroy their properties because of politics. So are those ones going to be happy with the government? So they used all their trolls, they used all their media. They were paying people to say these guys built houses on the canal. And when they showed this document to the commissioner that is demolishing their houses, you know what he said? No, I don't think. But this is a Fashola Lagos State government approved plan. No. We have to demolish everything, because the order is to demolish everything. We don't want all these Igbos there anymore. And in the process of trying to destroy the Igbos, they are destroying the life investment of our people, turning them homeless, and then telling you that they are doing it for the sake of Yoruba land. And you believe them. Odelo Yawiri. Eh? Let me give you another example of how to know that lunatics. Number one, na mad people. They run Nigeria right now. And Tinubu had them in abundance. Listen to their Minister of Health.
How would you describe the state of healthcare in Nigeria?
Thank you so much, Charles, again. Let me clarify and redirect this to Nigerians. Nigeria healthcare system is no longer in crisis. We have a president now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that believes a healthy nation is the core to harnessing our biggest asset. And that biggest asset is our human capital. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done so much for us in the healthcare sector. We've pieced in together, we're overhauling, rejigging, and we're developing our healthcare sector in its entirety.
So it's safe to say that it's still in crisis, but you're working to get it out of crisis.
It is no longer in crisis. Unequivocally, our healthcare system is no longer in crisis. And let me tell you several reasons why that it is. If you look, we came in, there was a big problem about Japa syndrome, people migrating out, going out of the country, that we have crisis in the human resource crisis. Well, what have we done? We've attacked this in multiple areas. We have a multifaceted approach. We've increased the number of people enrolling in schools, healthcare institutions, studying medicine, pharmacy, medical laboratory science, and all over. So we've doubled enrollment. As we're doing that, also in nursing, we've increased. From when we came, we inherited about 25,000 students were enrolling into nursing school. Today, we have about 68,000 students enrolling in nursing school, and before the end of this year, we'll be enrolling about 110,000 students in nursing school. Remember, we have a population of 220 million. Mr. President has said it over and over. We have to leverage this increased population to our advantage. We need to produce more, overproduce. We know people will go, but as we produce more people will stay. And as we now continue to fix our healthcare system, people will come back, and we're beginning to see that. People are now reporting all the bright spots in our healthcare system. Today, we have reverse medical tourism. Go to Lagos, go to the hospitals in Lagos. People are coming from India, from sub-Saharan Africa, even from Europe, to come and get healthcare in Nigeria. Getting surgical operations are cheaper. Today, you'll be glad to know that today we have almost 900 aesthetic offices, hospitals all around Lagos, all around Nigeria. People are coming to get plastic surgery.
Is that people in the private sector, or the people in the private medical sector, or people in the public sector?
People are coming even in the public sector. Go to Loot today. A cancer center, the National NSIA Loot Cancer Center, has the state-of-the-art equipment, whatever you can get anywhere in the world. They have linear accelerator, they have everything there. People are coming from sub-Saharan Africa to get cancer care.
But that's in Lagos. What about the rest of the country?
And that's it. We're moving all over the country. If you see, this is not limited Lagos alone. We're even going to the rural area. We have dedicated funds. If you hear about our SWAP program, we're aligning what we have with our basic care provision fund, which has more funding now. With our development partners, we're aligning more, we're collaborating more to direct these funds to our primary health care centers. We're also directing a lot of this fund to our National Health Insurance Agency to increase coverage. Mr. President has mandated us that we should increase coverage today from about 7 million to about 50 million people who have health insurance. We're working on taking to FEC how we're going to overhaul our current National Health Insurance Agency to meet Mr. President's demand. He wants 50 million Nigerians to be covered in the next 2 to 3 years, and we have a plan to get that accomplished.
Right.
And well, beyond that,
go ahead. Finish
beyond
what you're
that, what we need to know, this president.
I said, if Ahmed Bola Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
You say?
I say, if Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
Thank you.
The job people are already angry that this is the worst government.
We have just started.
We must learn a lesson. This man!
You gotta trust man. Man, hand down. Your eyes will see what your mouth cannot talk.
I said, if Ahmed Bola Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
You say?
I say, if Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
Thank you.
The job people are already angry that this is the worst government.
We have just started.
We must learn a lesson. This man!
You gotta trust.
So it's Lamba. It is called Lamba. And that is why if you ask them to bring proof, you see that guy that is talking nonsense, that minister, pulling figures from the thin air. If you see him tomorrow and you ask him the same question, it will pull another numbers from the thin air. That is what they do. Oh, propaganda. Una go chop propaganda. Una go get belle. Propaganda langel. Why they look good though? You look so good in that your picture on Facebook. Oh, Babana propaganda langel. We have to look good. Nigerians are looking good because the propaganda is looking good on them. Are you serious? Because as it is right now, they will soon tell you that even though you are going through hell, don't worry. Continue going. They are building you a paradise at the end of it. Until you get to the end of it and realize that Konga, everlasting blaze of fire. I've seen that happen many times. I just don't know why people kind of listen to the Olori Brukus that told you when Bokwari was there that you should give him time. He was reforming your Nigeria. It was blah, 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 blah. By the time it was done, many of you have ended up in poverty. And that's exactly what Tinubu is working towards right now. Okay? It's not just the 0.5% worth of you. You know, there is also another one called the telecoms tax. Do you know that? That one, you won't hear that one at 3.8%. Cash was up with 4%. You know what that means? You don't know, I'll tell you. When you buy 100 Naira recharge card, how many gigabyte data do you get? I don't know that one, no. But let me assume you get 1 gig. No, maybe 1,000 Naira, you get 1 gig. So now MTN and the rest of them would have to add these two. So what that means then is that if your 1 gig used to last you, your 1 gig used to last you to watch a 1 hour video, what will happen next is that you would have to use your 1 gig of 1,000 Naira to watch maybe 45 minutes video. Because you see that remaining 15 minutes, they don't pay them to Kolu because Kolu want to take a loan from World Bank. $750 million loan. Do you even know what they want to use the loan for? Do you? Do you know that he wants to listen to this one? The World Bank and IMF, both of them are packaged together. At least $4.5 billion that they want to give to Tinubu. Remember when Kadobi and your finance minister were in Washington, defending their policies and all of that? I showed everything here. Remember? They were with the World Bank guys. So they packaged up, but there are some things they would have to do before they can start giving them their money. Okay? So part of them is that they need to increase tax. They need to increase income. Nigeria need to show that they can make more income. And since Tinubu have no idea of how to create wealth, the best is to tax you. So to unlock $750 million loan that generations yet unborn will have to pay, then they have to tax the generation alive now, you. So you have to pay more for your phone calls and everything. There's a way the technology will work. Don't worry, you still have 1,000 recharge card. Okay? You still load 5,000 recharge card. It's not going to be 5,005. No. It's going to be 5,000. But at the usage could tell. Say, I mean, now, it's a 20 gig is finished in 2 days. What kind of a thing is this? Well, welcome to Tinubu-nomics. As it hurts. Mokuna de filam on your mandate. Yeah, Jagaban.
Yes, sir. In the Chief of Staff's office. Well done. Very nice. I'm glad to see this.
Oh, very nice. In the office of the Chief of Staff. Very nice. I'm happy to see this. Because the recent directive right now is to make sure that they get rid of Fubara. And ladies and gentlemen, it is because of this statement. You've heard it. Hear it again.
People, those group of men who claim that are assembly members are not assembly members. They are not existing. I want it to be on record. I accepted that peace accord. I accepted that peace accord to give them a floating. That's the truth. There was nothing in that peace accord that's a constitutional issue. It's a political solution to a problem. And I accepted it because these were people that were eating in my house. These were people that have helped pay their children's school fees when I wasn't even a governor. So what is the thing there? Yeah, we might have a division, but I believe that one day we could also come together. And that was the reason I did it. But I think it's according to a time when I need to make a statement on this thing. So that they understand that they're not existing. Their existence is me allowing them to exist. If I de-recognize them, they are nowhere. That's the truth. So, I want you to see the sacrifice I've made in the cause of allowing peace to be in our state. I can say here, with all amount of boldness, I've never called any policeman anywhere to go and harass anybody. I've never gone anywhere to do anything against anybody. But what happens to people that are supporting me? They are being harassed. They are being detained. There is no week that somebody doesn't come here with one letter of invitation for trump-up charges and all those things. And in the face of this, you use the word. And why I'm saying this is because of what my senior said here, restraint. I don't think the other party has shown any restraint. I am the one that have shown restraint in the face of this thing. I'm the one that is badly heated, even when I have all the instrument, government instrument, to cause the disaster. But why would I do it? This is a relationship that you eat together, you drink together. Why would I forget?
So, there is more, but there's no point in replaying all of that, okay? I already addressed that this afternoon before I heard that they have given the APC, Egbekebe had given the directive that Fubara must be removed ASAP, and the federal government will support them. So, we are now waiting for the show to kick off. The last time they attempted to impeach him, the entire House of Assembly, the entire chamber of the House of Assembly was bombed. And currently, under lock and keys, So that means there's going to be some dramas to look out for, Niabi. So you should pay attention to that. Still in the same river states, at least that we are there. So let's kind of stay a bit, all right? So here is what the supposed NAFDAC found. It's called unregistered bakery. Look around. And I know that this is something that is not new to a lot of you. If you have been to bakeries in Nigeria, so unhygienic, right? But yet, some of us survived anyway.
Look around you, the temple today quite interesting. And I don't know about all right, so now what she said, she's good and she's fine. How true is this? Let me tell you.
What's the name? The Flourish. The Flourish? You said that your name?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Sunday in case you don't want to do that, glad we got the song. But in case you also run from song, you can move to Dubai.
Illegal bakery. We don't give a damn about cleanliness, hygiene. I bet you